for the Panerai.
Mm.
Aaron Bespoke. I just noticed that for the first time. I don't know if you can see it really.
Yeah, I can
That's
see
actually
it.
really nice.
Okay, we're
That's really
started.
nice.
We're live. We're on air. We're on the ArchieLuxury channel now. And today, Clive, remember, like, subscribe, tell your friends about this channel. And remember, man cannot live on Google Ads alone. I need help from the viewers to keep me going. So remember, guys, a watch review, paid advice, it all helps me stay full-time on YouTube. Now today, Clive, I want to show you a vintage watch, and I want you to tell me whether you think it's a good deal, a bad deal, is it too expensive? What do you think of it, okay?
Okay.
So this was somebody who sent me some money. It wasn't a video request. They only sent me $10, but they asked for a bit of advice. They said, I just want to know your thoughts on this piece in question and the price they are asking. The piece in question is a Vacheron Constantin 6073, and they're wanting 7,000 New Zealand dollars, which is about 5,000 US, okay? Now, this watch itself here, let's go and take a look and see what we think of this piece.
Okay.
Because this is where make or break this piece. I'll put the prices into US dollars, because otherwise no one is going to have a clue what currency I'm talking about. US dollars will be very nice, sir. It's about 4,500 US dollars. And let's share the screen. And I want to know what you think of this piece. What do you think of this piece? Here we go. Vacheron Constantin. Here we go. What do you think?
Okay. Yellow gold. Solid yellow gold, I hope.
Yes, yes. That brand doesn't do plating. I'm not sure whether that crown is correct, but it's okay. Nice original dial. There's a little bit of scratch. I don't know whether that blemishing is on the dial or on the crystal itself there.
What movement is in it?
This is a obviously it's a Vacheron Constantin. This is a piece which uses one of the early automatics, 1960s automatics, big rotor there. Quite a lovely piece. The caliber is 6073. Actually, the reference is 6073. It's a P1019, which is a famous Vacheron movement. 36 mil. So it's not too small. I wanted to ask you, Clive, what do you think of this piece itself? Tell me what you think. What do you reckon?
I'm indifferent, frankly. I mean, it's all right. Does it really trip my trigger? Does it light my lights? Does it ring my bell? No. Is it a nice watch? Yes.
Okay.
I'm not wild about gold hands on a champagne background. But at least it looks like you might be able to read the damn thing.
Okay. Okay.
So yeah, okay. 60s. Decent size.
Yeah, 60s, decent size. What do you think? You don't love it?
Yeah, it's a nice watch. I'd look at it and say, oh, huh. VC, nice. And then I wouldn't look at it twice. But then again, if we all like the same watches, there wouldn't be a need for YouTube gurus, would there?
No, I know what you're saying there. I got to be honest with you. I think you are right as far as the dial goes. These champagne dials, they tend to. I will agree with you. It is a bit hard to read, and I think the
they don't age well. I don't think they age well.
No, I mean Rolex has gotten away with. I just did a search on Vacheron Constantin. If you get the model number, it's always a good idea to do a bit of a Google images to see what does that model number look like. And I think you can see. I'm not sure whether the crown on the one he's looking at is actually. It probably possibly is correct. Actually, just comparing it to other ones. No, that
dial's not bad.
Yeah, I must say the white dial I think looks nicer on that instead of the champagne. But beggars can't be choosers. It is what it is. Here's one with a nice white dial. Look, I think it is a, if you really want a Vacheron.
Yeah,
it's not a terrible. I mean, it's an automatic. It's an automatic piece. Do you understand? It's an automatic Vacheron. I mean, that is a pretty nice thing there. It's an automatic Vacheron from the 60s. I mean, that would have been a very. That's like a Patek Calatrava today. You know, that would have been a very expensive watch. Look, it's not. It's $4,500. I mean,
yeah.
You wouldn't get anything Patek that size for that money. That's for sure. So I kind of think it is fairly, and this is where it was actually displayed there. 1960. Look, if you really like a classic vintage dress watch, I think it would be quite beautiful, quite a beautiful piece. It should be a lot more money. $6,000 for a piece of this caliber is pretty amazing, don't you think?
Yeah, it's not bad. I mean, I think the dial is probably what lets it down. And it could be why it's going. Maybe that's what the price it is. But I understand the concept of using champagne because you're wanting to bling it up as much as possible for the lowest price.
You just talk for a bit, Clive. I got to grab.
No, not a problem. Actually, no. Look, Matt Church, I'm not going to get a cowboy hat. Look, I'm from Oklahoma. I'm about as okay as red dirt. But no, I'm not a cowboy. I don't have cowboy boots. And I'm not going to get a cowboy hat. I've already got a hat. Why do I need a cowboy hat when I've got the ArchieLuxury Deluxe wrist watch holder? Yeah, Army football. I won my watch now. Yeah, because I got a few. You know, sorry, I don't keep them all wound at all time because that would be half the day. So no Tony Lamas. I'm not a cowboy. I'm a city boy. My parents were farm kids. You know, get the drill and do this artwork check. What about a kilt? Well, you know, I could pull off a kilt. I got some decent. You know, for a fat boy, I got some decent legs. I always have. But how many watches do I have total? Oh, a few. Let's just leave it at that. You kind of lose track after a while. Oh, the Sigma? Okay. I like the Rolex. And Sigma. Rose gold. 36 millimeters. Nice and thin, automatic with a date. To me, that looks it's got an FEF movement in it.
Now, Clive,
to me, that looks.
I got to tell you, the Sigma is a great piece. How much? See, the Sigma is a no-name brand. Okay, let's be honest. That's just a shitter. Whereas the Vacheron that's a Getty. That's a Getty. That's a Jaeger Getty. That's a Getty. Okay. The Sigma is gold, solid gold, but it's a nothing brand, right? Can you see why? That's a manual wind as well, right?
No, it's an automatic with a date.
Okay, automatic with a date. Okay, it was $500. But I mean, Vacheron is such a, you know, Vacheron is difference between a Mercedes and a Chevrolet, isn't it?
Assuming they made automobiles that basically looked the same, except, well, that analogy would apply if Chevrolet made more attractive cars.
Mm-hmm.
I will take the aesthetics of my Sigma over that.
Oh, that's mean. That's mean. Yeah, I must admit this model is a little bit of an acquired taste, but
it's an old fart. Let's just get right down to the point. It's an old fart watch.
that doesn't make it bad, but does it?
Well, I think the person that really appreciated that for what it was is probably in the grave, in the ground.
Clive, how can you be so nasty? Can I ask you that? Clive.
Truth hurts sometimes.
Clive, it's a beautiful watch. I quite like it.
It's an okay watch. It's an okay watch, but the dial lets it down. And sometimes I guess it's just proof that maybe well, everyone has a misstep, or not all watches are created equal, even though Vacheron has the pedigree.
Jeez, can I show you? I'm almost too scared to show you now. Can I show you my Vacheron that I used to have?
Okay, sure, go ahead.
You can tell me whether you like it or hate it, or what you think there, because Clive, I don't quite like your tone. Okay.
Sorry, it's just I'm indifferent about the watch. You want me to be honest? I'm honest. I'm not a fan of champagne dials.
Okay.
They may look good when they're brand new. They just don't age well. They don't have contrast. And the most important function of a watch is being able to tell the time.
Okay, very nice.
Okay.
What do you think of that one?
I like the bezel on that one.
Yeah, actually, you know something? You're right. I actually, the other one is a bit too. It's very funky, whereas this here has got a beautiful bezel, the coin edged bezel, and
yeah,
there's just something about it that I like.
I like the dial on that. I like the dial of that one, and that's the second hand at 6 o'clock, right?
And that's with his friend. I don't know if you can see this. You can. That's with his friend.
That's a Calatrava, right?
That was my Calatrava, 36 mil, and this one was 33 mil. I'm just going to bring some shots up now. Look, that was a beautiful watch. I love that watch so much. You know, look how thin, ultra thin. Look how thin it is.
Thin. That is thin.
I mean, you can see the attraction for that, can't you?
Yeah, absolutely.
I must admit, I got to be honest with you. You're right. The champagne dial, this pops because it's a white dial. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Or even
is it too small for my wrist?
For your hoof? I mean, for your wrist? No. No. As long as you can. The thing is, really, can you look down on it and tell the time? That's the purpose of a watch.
Mm-hmm. It was a beautiful piece. I actually.
No, I have nothing wrong with a white dial with aging and getting a nice patina and getting a nice creamy look to it. That's fine.
I had it lightly polished. I did have it lightly polished, and it came up really nicely. It came up really nicely. This is after polishing here.
Yeah, that's a lovely piece.
That was the movement. It had a K1001. That was a manual wind movement because it was so thin.
And I can't believe
Geneva seal.
I can't believe they put that behind a solid case back. That's
Yeah, but it's just so beautiful as a piece. It is a 6405. That was same vintage. 1960, right. So same vintage as the other one. And here it is on the flesh. When I was wearing it with a suit, it was just, I loved. Now I got to tell you, I kind of think this one sort of pops a bit. The other one, even though it's a little bit bigger, which is a much better thing. Yeah, it doesn't see. I think it could be the champagne dial.
Yeah,
or it could
that's what I
be.
think.
It could be the. It could be the fact that it's got these really kind of angular curves, the lugs on it. I don't think they do it favors, and
No.
the bezel is just a smooth bezel. It might look better in the flesh, and I don't think he's got the best strap on it. That strap doesn't look fantastic. I think if he had a beautiful black leather strap, real thin black, it would look a lot more
cheap enough to remedy. I mean, yeah, would it be? Yeah, would it? Yeah, I, mean,
I think it's worth buying. I think for $4.5 US, I think it's worth buying. What do you think?
Yeah, I mean, if it's one of those things, I mean, if he has any reservations, probably not. But if he looks at that, that makes his little heart beat a little faster. Then go for it.
Vacheron Constantin. That's every bit as good as a Patek of the period.
Right now, who owns Vacheron Constantin now?
That's a Richmond group. But that doesn't matter, does it?
Well, I guess not. I guess most, like I said, Richmond buying is probably the only thing kept him alive anyway. But yeah, I mean, yeah, it's all right. Yeah, I'd say, oh, that's a nice little watch.
Oh, it's special. It's a beautiful watch. It's a Vacheron. It's like a vintage Mercedes. This is a thing of beauty, Clive. It's a bit more than just, oh, that's a nice watch. It's a bit more than that, Clive.
A bit, but not much. But it's just, but just even like, okay, of course, you know the old axiom that if you have to resort to a car analogy in an argument, you've lost the argument.
Oh, I've never heard that before.
I've heard that plenty of times. And also on the internet, if there's an argument within 8 or 9 exchanges, some person will compare the other one to Hitler. But yeah, I mean, yeah, it's all right. Nice looking. It just doesn't pop. It fizzles.
Now, Clive, let's cut this off. Thank you so much for your time today. I'm doing another live show after this with my good friend. Who are you doing it with? I'm doing one with Loudmouth Tim.
Okay.
You know Loudmouth Tim?
He has the web page from 1994, right?
Yes, that's right.
Is that still on GeoCities, or, I mean, God, find someone's nephew or something. You know, it's not that hard.
What do you think of the Loudmouth Tim show? You can be honest, please be honest. That's what I love about you, Clive, is the honesty.
I have not seen the Loudmouth Tim show. So I pulled up the website and I thought, good Lord, why is this hosted by GeoCities? That's what I thought about. But I saw the Confederate flag and I'm like, oh, jeez. And and it's one of those things. I actually had forebears that fought for the Confederacy. So you can't just accuse me of being a Yankee imperialist or whatever, but why are we putting up so many monuments to a war we lost?
Yes, you're right. You're right. All I know is that he sends me bucks and I've got to give him some time.
Pay for play.
Okay, Clive, thank you. We'll see you. Do you want to do a live show tomorrow?
I think we can squeeze one in. Now, if someone wanted to do a live show with you and maybe get some watch advice,
$50 US, and you can be on a live show with Clive and me.
Or you can pay $75 and bump me off and just have Archie all to yourself. Because Archie's generous, that one.
No worries there, guys. Thank you so much, Clive. Take care. Sucker horn!
He's not on, is he?
Okay. I don't know.
No, I didn't see him. Otherwise, I would have done the sucker horn yell.
I still think the Vacheron, I would have bought. I think that's worth buying.
Yeah, it wouldn't have made my heart. I mean, yeah, it's a little plain Jane, I guess.
But it is a Vacheron.
It's all right.
It is a Vacheron.
It's a plain Jane. It's a plain Jane Vacheron. If you want to use a Mercedes, it's a Mercedes with a lime green color.
Okay.
It's a lime green Mercedes.
Thank you, Clive.
You're welcome.